Hi everybody, Dennis Lilly. You know me as one of the tree guys here with Groundwork Lawrence. I'm here with my colleague Eric Lundquist, who's behind the camera. Today we're here at Rowell Park with our old friends the Little Leaf Lindens, and we're here to talk about tree staking. So we planted a number of trees here about a year and a half ago, a wide variety of trees. We've got elm, London plane, red maple, fantastic trees. They're all doing really well. I can't wait to see what these things look like in about 10 years. But this is a very windy spot, and a couple of the trees have developed a lean, and we're going to take a few minutes today and try to help these trees out, help them grow a little straighter. Now, in this particular case, this is an elm. This is a Princeton elm, and it's got a bit of a lean. It's a little loose in the root ball down here, and the trunk also has a bit of a lean. That's because there's some constant wind going down this way, so it's blowing one or two of the trees downhill. Now, there are two reasons why you would stake a tree. First, you might stake a tree to correct a problem with it. But sometimes right after you transplant it, the tree feels a little loose. The root ball feels loose and it wiggles around a lot. So if your tree wiggles around a lot, you want to stake it. And that keeps the tree stable and allows the roots to develop, the structural roots to spread out and stabilize the tree. In this case, because the tree is getting buffeted by the winds a lot, it probably hasn't had a chance to do that yet. So we're going to put a couple of stakes in here, try to correct this lean and give it a chance to grow straighter and establish itself. Now, when you're staking trees, there are a variety of materials you can use. You might see landscapers using big 2x4s or poles. We plant a lot of trees every season, so we buy bulk materials. We use a lot of these 4 and 5 foot 1x1 stakes. They usually work pretty well. They're usually adequate for the size of tree we handle. As far as the material you tie the tree off with, you want to use something that is meant for tree staking. This is a product called Arbor-Tie. It's actually a flat woven fabric. It's flexible, it stretches, it's extremely durable, and most importantly, it doesn't harm the tree. Using this or a product like chain lock, which is a little more expensive and is always preferred, using thin rope or wire is not a good idea. If you have to resort to that, it's kind of a buffer between the rope and the tree trunk itself. Something like cloth, or what a lot of people use is a section of old garden hose that you throw the rope through. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put 2 stakes in to correct the lean, pull the tree back this way, give us some stability. We're going to put 2 trees on the back side here. We're going to put them at about a 45-degree angle. And when we put the trees in the ground, we're going to go outside of our berm, outside of the fresh soil that we planted. It's a lot easier to drive stakes through soft soil, but don't fall into that trap, because when you do, the stake is going to move around a lot and it's going to defeat the purpose of staking the tree, because the rope is going to be stable enough to hold the tree up. There are a lot of tools you can use to drive your stake in, a sledgehammer or a mallet. I'm a real fan of using a post hole driver. You won't know how great these are until you've used one. It makes things a lot easier. It's got weighted at one end, got a long tube handles. It allows you to use the gravity and the leverage of the post hole driver instead of using all your arm strength to use a hammer or a mallet. There we go. Okay, so we've already got one tie up here. We've pushed this tree back a little bit, corrected the lean. The placement of your tie, of your rope, is really important. You don't want to go low on a tree. You want to go to the first branch union, what's sometimes referred to as the crotch of the tree. You want to go up to, that way you have some stability, something that's helping to hold the tree in place. You don't want to tie too low, because then eventually the rope is just going to slide down, and that's not going to help you at all. It's just going to create a mess. So we're tying a knot here for those former Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts out there. Remember your knots. You don't want a slip knot that's going to cinch up tight on the tree. You want something that's going to give it some space. And again, we're going to pull back just a little bit, maintain good tension. It's better to allow yourself some extra rope or arbor tie. That way, if you have to adjust anything, you can come by and retie it. Give yourself an extra foot or so. And if the need arises in a year from now, if the tree is in good shape, you can always just reuse it. This stuff lasts for a long time. So we pulled this back. This looks to be doing pretty well. this. If it's got some slack in it, we'll push the tree back and tighten it up. And usually after about a year or so, you can remove the stakes and the tie, regardless of what situation, whether it's a brand new tree or a tree that has a lien that you're correcting. So it's just very important, use the right materials. Remember, the tree's a living thing, so be gentle with it. And stake these things before they become a big problem. Because if we wait another year or so, this would be almost impossible to fix. So, any questions about tree care or how you can get free trees for your home or business, please visit us on the web at www.groundworklawrence.org. Look for the Green Streets page. Be sure to follow us or like us on Facebook and Instagram, and check out our videos on our YouTube channel. I'm Dennis Lilly. This is my colleague, Eric Lundquist. You know us as the Tree Guys. Thanks for watching.